Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Today's gonna be so much fun because right behind me, as you can see, we have the brand new, the first ever 2020 model year and up Shelby GT500 Signature Edition. Today, we're gonna give you a tour of this car and then take it out onto the road to see how it drives. This ain't no ordinary GT500, and let me show you why. So far, what do you think of the all-new GT500 Signature Edition? It looks very crazy. Right away, as you can tell, this has a satin PPF matte wrap on top, which gives the, I think it's called magnetic gray, underneath a dark matte tone from the outside. Plus, you have the benefit of being fully paint protected, so you have no worries of getting any chips anywhere on the vehicle. However, being the Signature Edition package, you do get this amazing full carbon fiber hood up top that shaves 30 pounds off the standard GT500. Check out the weave finished on this carbon fiber hood. It looks absolutely amazing. It's a really cool feature to show off if you want to go to Cars and Coffee or elsewhere. Plus, Shelby American put on these optional carbon fiber mirrors on the side. What's interesting is that when you order the Signature Edition package, these side vents actually come exposed carbon and your hood is painted. But as an option, you can switch it around to have your side vents painted while the hood itself exposed carbon fiber. And I do like this look a lot. The owner was talking to me about how he was concerned about becoming like a ricer, a bit too ricer for the exterior finish, having a carbon fiber hood like this. But to me, it looks really good. It completely accents the carbon fiber side mirrors on the side, as you can see right here, plus the full carbon fiber standard GT500 track pack rear spoiler. Anyways, what makes this GT500 so unique? What did Shelby actually do to it to create the Signature Edition package? Now, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'd know that I used to own a Shelby American Signature Edition vehicle. It was their first ever generation Signature Edition. That being for the GT500 Super Snake. Our build had 1,000 horsepower, put down 860 wheel horsepower. It was crazy. But this behind me is based off the new 5.2 liter S550 generation GT500. With that being said, we're talking about a whole different level of speed, given that you have a dual clutch automatic transmission. This doesn't make the stock 760 horsepower no more. It does not. It's got more horsepower thanks to the special pulley that Shelby American installs. So again, let me give you a quick rundown of what makes this package so special. Bending down, here's your official Signature Edition logo, the badge that comes on the front of the vehicle. Not too many Shelby logos all throughout except for the OEM Shelby logo on the front splitter. Now you can get more optional carbon fiber throughout, which looks really good on the vehicle. Shelby American also changes the wheels for the GT500 Signature Editions. Now this car was a carbon fiber trackback, which is why it has the carbon fiber spoiler out back. Love the carbon fiber trackback, used to own one myself. But with this package, they do pull off your carbon fiber wheels and they put on their official Signature Edition forged Shelby wheels, which you'll see the Shelby American logo right here on the side wrapping up. What I do like about it is that if you own a carbon fiber track pack and you don't want to have that worry or fear of driving with your carbon fiber wheels on the street, you can take them off, leave them at home, drive with these, and then for the track, put back on your carbon fiber wheels. To the left, your brake calipers actually get painted as an option for this package. The owner did choose Grabber Blue, which backing up, looking around the vehicle, it does a great job to accent that silver. Moving further down the sides, you have a Signature Edition logo for the side stripes, and then Shelby right here in the middle, similar to the rest of the side stripe offerings that you have for buying like a new Super Snake model. Now, where else does it say Carroll Shelby on the car? Well, come over here. You'll have these little badges behind each side pillar, and it says Carroll Shelby. Do you see how there's two stripes underneath the Carroll Shelby signature? Well, if there's a third stripe, it would indicate it's an original. Since this is a printed signature, they always put two stripes to tell the world that, hey, it is a signature, but it's a printed signature, not an original one. Really interesting touch, as you can see. You do get a Shelby official deck lid for the trunk, so you no longer have the Cobra logo sitting out there out back. Plus you have a Signature Edition logo again next to your taillights. Lastly, for performance upgrades, you have an optional $2,000 Shelby by Borla exhaust system. And I'm excited to see how it sounds versus like the stock setup. The stock setup already sounds amazing. It even says Shelby on the exhaust tips. Look at that. Altogether, it looks pretty crazy, doesn't it? I cannot wait to hop inside and see how it drives versus like my old Trackpack GT500. But first off, let me show you all the custom work they did to the interior and then the engine bay. All right, here we go, opening up the passenger door. What do we have here? Check out this official brand new blue catskin leather covered Recaro bucket seats that you have from Shelby American. Look at this thing. The blue finish is an option, and altogether, what do you think of the blue with the blue brakes? Check it out, all the stitching is blue, plus wrapping all the way up. It kind of gives you the vibe of snakeskin, right? You see what they did there? Again, Carroll Shelby, but with two cutouts or stripes on the underlining stripe. That means it's not an actual real signature, it's just printed. Wish Ford offered special colored interiors because it would take this car to the next level. And the hood is up in the air, super light, saves 30 pounds again for the carbon fiber hood. It's got a dry finish underneath, as you can see, really cool bragging point. If you don't know, see these little like squeegees or scoop thingies? This helps to seal the headlights so you don't get as much front end hood lift. Anyways, you do have the carbon fiber composite front grille assembly that houses like the cooling system, the radiator underneath. Now, Shelby does say they enhanced the cooling for the Signature Edition because you're making over 800 horsepower. One thing that you will notice right away is that looking around us, you have all these Shelby caps, right? Washer fluid, coolant, right? Even for your dipstick right over there, Shelby American dipstick. Two things I want to highlight. It might get pretty hot when you go ahead and unspin them, right, and lift them up. Secondly, no one will get this car confused with anything else other than being a Shelby. Performance-wise, Shelby American does change out the pulley for the GT500s and the Trackpack, right? Stock, you have 760 horsepower, and with this setup, as you can see, zooming in, it's going to focus. Here we go. Grip Tech 2.95 pulley. It says GT500 down below. That's pretty cool. Stock, these come with a 3.08, I believe. So the sizing, it's a bit smaller, right? But I'm curious to see how it translates into the driving experience. One big thing I do have to mention, with the performance upgrades of the GT500 Signature Edition, it does void the OEM warranty. So the engine, and I believe the drivetrain as well, you don't have the manufacturer warranty anymore. The only warranty that you get, from what I hear, is that for what Shelby American put on the vehicle, you do have a warranty for that. So like suspension components that they installed, right, or other bits and pieces that they put the work into is warranted. But the engine, the drivetrain, none of that. If you have any issues, it's gonna be on you. A few other cool things to highlight. You do have Shelby American caster camber plates, and then down below to the right, here's your second plaque or badge. You get two of them in the vehicle, and they both tell the whole world what a chassis number you are. What are your thoughts on this dry carbon fiber hood? Looks pretty crazy. I'd be curious to see what aero differences, if there are any, for these side air extractors. They could provide downforce, because I recall going to the GT500 first launch, they said the middle blades that extract heat provide front end downforce. So who knows? One thing is, you see this little black plastic piece? That's the rain tray. Pull that out for maximum performance and to get even more downforce out of the vehicle, and then those middle blades will be as exposed as these side blades. Anyways, we've got the key right here to the GT500 Signature Edition. Let's actually do a quick start up from the outside, shall we? Here we go. Lock it. Let's start it up. Is it turning off? There we go. Let's hop inside. Back in the GT500, very familiar place, right? With the Alcantara wrapped steering wheel, the magnesium paddle shifters on either side. Coming this way, this is your official Shelby American badge. See where it says number 55 to the right-hand side? That means that your car is a 55th car made for the Signature Edition series. Here's the Watson roll bar roll cage assembly that Shelby American installs. They cut right there out back, I believe, where the standard backseat delete is, and then they installed the roll cage to the paint color of your liking. This is, I think, Grabber Blue. Okay, here we go. First drive in the all-new GT500 Signature Edition, just like my Signature Edition GT500 back in the day, right? 2014 Super Snake Zone. Made 1,000 horsepower, 860 to the wheel. Really cool seeing how they're making this name go on other performance versions, and I think this is going to hold its resale pretty high. Overall, with the new 2.95 pulley, this car is making about 800 plus horsepower. Shelby doesn't quite quote horsepower numbers specifically, not sure why, but hey, 800 plus still sounds pretty good. It may sound like it's got more than it truly has, but good marketing, good marketing. What else comes with this package? Well, you have new front and rear sway bars, a new Magnaride tune. Curious to see if that transfers at all to the driving experience. I wish you could make these striping pieces blue to match the blue accent the owner has opted for. And actually, he should change the halo or ambient lighting to match the blue. That'd be a cool touch. It'd be blue all throughout, even with the display in front of us. Let's get going and see how the vehicle performs, right? So getting on power. Interesting. So in track mode, I don't know why, it feels like the vehicle is, the suspension, the magnetic ride feels a lot smoother to me. Even over these bumps on this, not perfect road, the car is extremely smooth. Are you seeing this? We're not really bouncing around. Usually with the track pack, you're kind of jumping around here and there, but I think they've actually made the suspension more soft in a weird way. Maybe like right here over these bumps, let's see. Yeah, it still doesn't feel as stiff as a standard GT500 track pack. Maybe once we start getting on power, we can try to see if we feel a difference with the weight shift to put down the grip to the rear. I love seeing this huge hood right in front of us finished in exposed carbon fiber. It looks absolutely crazy. In total, just 100 of these made. I'm curious to see how they hold their value over time. Yes, it's not a huge, let's say, reworking of the vehicle. They're taking what's already good from the GT500 and just spicing up a bit with cool aesthetic pieces to lower weight, and then a new reflash of the magnetic ride. Interestingly, they're talking about how they're lowering weight with this new hood, but they're putting on one-piece monoblock forged wheels that weigh more than your carbon fiber wheels. So I think put back on your carbon fiber wheels for sure, and the vehicle will also accelerate faster. Pulling both paddle shifters you can rev. Other upgrades include performance half shafts, I just drove the track pack about a week ago. My friend had the track pack, a Kona Blue. I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago. But oddly enough, I don't know if I can tell the performance horsepower increase from driving that car so recently. I think what it is that maybe since Shelby pulled off the Cup 2 Michelin tires and the carbon fiber wheels, it's not initiating that high torque grip right away. We might be getting a little bit of spin and it's cutting power, though traction control does say it's off. Do you know if advanced track is all the way off?
You have to hold it. There you go.
Here we go, first gear pull into a corner. Driving this car, it's really exciting being in a special edition Shelby, especially GT500. I do miss mine a lot. I think the collector factor is really going to stay here with the vehicle. It's going to uphold value. The GT500 KR is mainly your big performance upgrade because you're getting 900 horsepower. This overall, it spices it up a bit, about 30, 40 more horsepower. I do notice that the suspension to me feels more livable. It's not as rough and harsh, which if you don't want to track your vehicle as much, it could be easier. With the performance of the vehicle, it still feels pretty good. For the track, put back on the Cup 2s, I think, and if you have a track pack in this version, put back on the carbon fiber wheels. Anyways, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below of the all-new GT500 Signature Edition. This is our first drive and review, and altogether pretty happy with it and excited to see what comes next. Also, Also, stay tuned for our jailbreak versus GT500 Signature Edition video. The results are gonna surprise you. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button to help me out and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.